Okay, so I've rushed ahead on this one. The lens is a bit dusty. Painting a car is not fun. It's quite stressful. It's not the best job in the world, but my aim was always presentable from a distance because it's a track car, so let's go. So it's obviously you saw before, it's primered, now base and clear. The car's no longer green, it's white, so I guess you call that a success. It has ran in a few areas, and obviously because I'm painting this outside, you get bugs and stuff on it, but they only came on the clear, so you can always sand down the clear and reapply clear. I think, and it's still quite there, it's not really consistent, but I think once I put the trim and stickers on, and the wing obviously, that would be cool. Yeah, glad it's over. And now I can concentrate on the mechanicals, I guess. It's more BMW lightweight time. To be honest, this thing's been getting on my nerves quite a bit, and I'm actually nearly gave up at one point, but I'll show you what it looks like right now. I can't remember how much I've showed before. So yeah, this is how the car sits right now. It's going to look pretty crap because it's wet, but as you can see, the decals are on. They aren't an exact copy, but they look quite cool, you know, the lightweight ones. I need to get trim and stuff. I'll go over what it needs, but just to show you sort of the where it's at sort of thing. Let's go to this corner. That's not too important about the wing. So yeah, basically in the previous videos I was trying to get it fit mechanically and try and put it through an MOT before doing all the paint stuff. The MOT proved pretty hard, and it didn't fail on anything major mechanically, just needs a bush or something, but emissions and stuff proved hard, so it sort of weighed up why. Is there sun on this? Maybe not. You know, does it need to be on the road? Because it's a track car, and basically I didn't have much room. I'm at my parents' house now. Yeah, basically where I live in London or Essex, I'd have to keep the car on the road, and if you have the car on the road you have to insure it, you have to tax and MOT it, and because it's going to be a stripped out car, you know, the boot doesn't even lock or anything, so wasn't so happy about that, and having track tyres and stuff on the, you know. A few weeks ago I actually swapped some of my cars around, so I hired a transporter, which was really fun, and I took my yellow Peugeot 205 down to London where I have a garage, and I actually brought the BMW back on the transporter, and I thought, let's get it painted, it'll motivate me a bit more. I got it back a few weeks ago and I just didn't feel like filming it because the painting really is really hard with the compressor. I never got the gun quite right. It ran quite a bit. For some reason it just didn't work as well as it did when I put the primer on. I don't know why, but the finish is okay. It's cleared as well. What did I try and do? Obviously painted outside as well, so you get a few bugs. So I could sand it, you know, in areas. But my goal was always to, you know, make it white. It was green, and for the car to look good from a distance on a track. So I think I've done that. Now I'll tell you what else I need to do on the car. So again, another great thing is, it depends how you look at this, because it's a track car. I'm not too worried about originality and stuff. I'd try and buy like original where I can, but sometimes it's not worth it. I'll give you an example. The reason why E36 is so good is there's so much aftermarket parts that I think are quite good quality, like the wing. I'll go on to that, but anyway. So mirrors, I couldn't really bother to paint them, and I've ordered some Rep M3 mirrors. You know, they're 30 quid for a pair versus 600 for real ones, so there's always going to be one winner there. I didn't really paint the side skirt because I want to get some of the crinkled ones, you know, from M3. Not sure if genuine or you know, new aftermarket. New aftermarket might be a bit easier to paint. I need to get some amber, like big indicators on. This is push my E36 knowledge now, even though I've had a few. I think on the later ones you could have, you know, amber or clear, but they were a lot thinner, and that's what I had on my drift car. So they don't fit. This is quite a big hole. So I have on here some clear but big ones. So I just need to get some clear. There's some amber big ones, but they're not expensive. What else? I've got some bits I've painted off the car, which I'll show you. So obviously the front end needs to go back together. Bonnet pins and stuff. I don't regret the bonnet pins because I need them, but it would have been cool to see it all white, you know, as of the original. What else do I need to finish it? Oh yeah, so as I said, I'm going to mix and match genuine and non-genuine stuff. A piece I definitely want to buy genuine, which I think makes a hell of a difference, is this trim all the way around. And you can actually still buy it new from BMW. I think it's £180. And what's good is, I hate messing around with dealerships. I don't know, it always seems slow, and I don't know, sometimes they seem to question you why you're buying old parts, but BMW actually has a direct eBay store, so I'm just going to order it off there, include shipping. Once I've got it, I'll have to show you a picture, but I think it's this bit here. It will say M3, so I don't want that, but you can get copy stickers that say Motorsport International, like the real thing, you know, from the lightweight. Interior, that's just to show it actually. So the interior is the part where it's purely going to be track, it's not going to be like the lightweight. So that end wheel's not in too bad condition actually, but I've got like an aftermarket wheel. I've got my Sparco Evo 2s, maybe a quick release, I don't know. The rest of it's there. In time I would like a half cage with a harness bar, but that's pretty much it. I don't mind the green actually, I think could be worse. Yeah, so like I said, the painting was pretty hard with the compressor, it's just that I'm not very good with it. But I ran out of paint anyway, so I decided to paint all the body bits off the car, like bumper and stuff, with spray paint, and it actually came out pretty well. So obviously that's the GT wing, the lightweight wing, whatever you want to call it. Need to put the bumper on, need to put the lip on, nose cone. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I need some chrome kidney grills, and the sunroof delete, I need to install that. Visually I think that's about it. There'll be probably something I've missed. I'm not going to put an M3 badge on it until it's got an M3 engine, so if you forgot, it's a 328 M52. But sort of, I don't know if you call it mechanical, maybe it's still body. What I'm really pleased about is what I picked up a few days ago. So my original plan was, so now I'm talking about, because it's track car, main thing of tyres. So my original plan was to buy some reps, and the only ones I could find they're cheap, they're about 100 quid maybe, and they'd be 7.5J at the front and, you know, 8.5J dished at the back. But in my heart I always wanted a really cool square setup, so you know, that's where the tyres are all the same width all the way around, and I want to run 2, 3, 5, 40 17s I think, all the way around, and you can run them I think on a 7.5J, but I'd rather have the wider wheel. But I actually found these, they're a bit scruffy, can you see them? So these are genuine 8.5Js all the way around, which is really cool. So there's 3 really good things about these wheels and tyres. So one off, they're all 8.5J. Next thing, they're all genuine. So I don't know if you can see, but one way to tell is the M badge on the reps. It's not very well in. I don't know if there's a better word for this. It's not. You can see it's got like a kind of a pit for it, so it's properly in there. On the reps, there isn't much of that. Secondly, on the M3s, most of the M3s, I think, genuine ones, came with no lettering. The forged wheels, which are what I should have really got for the lightweight, that only came on the lightweight, I think, said BMW Motorsport. A lot of the reps all say just Motorsport, so that's a way to tell. Another way to tell is, I won't be able to zoom in, but I think the reps say Italy on the back, whereas this doesn't. It has lots of BMW brandings. So yeah, I like these wheels because they're genuine. They're all 8.5J, so they're all the wide ones. And as an added bonus, they've got Federal RSR track tyres all around with pretty decent tread. I know they must have been for a few heat cycles, but my original plan was to get some reps and then to put some R888Rs on. That's going to be quite a big cost, and I haven't done many track days, so I thought, why spend £600 on tyres? You know, going to scrub them and stuff. So, and these were really cheap, like less than £300 for the set, which I think is incredible. Only downside is they're quite dirty, and I mean dirt as in brake dirt and stuff that they might need repolishing or something. I don't know what the word is. That won't come out of a sponge. It looks a lot better on camera. So it might need some really deep degreasing, or they might need refinishing, but I don't care at the minute because they're going to get track time. But yeah, so really glad I got some decent tyres for once. Oh, and another way you can tell if they're genuine is, I can't show you on camera, but it's the weight. So the real ones are a lot lighter than the fake ones, and I've sort of proved this because I have some Alpina reps on the car at the moment, which aren't bad looking wheels actually. I think I will keep them as a set, but they're so much heavier than the the reps, and there's actually a lot less metal on them as well, which is crazy. So yeah, it's a 235 40 17 all the way around. You know, they're used, but they're in good condition. Yeah, so mechanically I just need to fix it's just suspension, I think, something minor like some bushings on the wishbones and the anti-roll bar. I think they're called drop links. So I might just put, you know, you can get a whole wishbone on a whole front suspension sort of bushing set for 100 quid for a pair, so I might just do that.
You cannot see. Of all things, to live in darkness must be the worst.
Fear is the only darkness. You think I cannot see.
Looked inside me.
Wow, that makes such a difference. You know, adding the trim back and stuff. The light, it's all on by half a turn, but wow. I mangled my bumper a bit as well. I need to sort that out. But God, from a distance that looks pretty good. I need to get chrome grills as well. They don't look too bad on camera because they're black, but they're really like chipped and not painted well. I think chrome will look better. I think I have one fog light. I could try that. For a track car I don't need them, but for the lightweight look I guess I do. I'll put all the other pieces back on and walk around the whole car. So it's not finalised, everything needs tightening and maybe a few cable ties here and there, but wow. So yeah, here's the final walk around, and this has motivated me so much. Like, I'll show the car, don't worry. This has really come together, and from a distance it's perfect. So that's it with the fog light in. It does finish it up quite nicely. I don't know how they mount though, I might be missing a bracket. Like I said, this isn't needed for track because, you know, it's better for brake cooling and stuff if I have ducts there rather than lights. So the side hasn't changed, you know, I need the trim, the badge and the amber, what are they called, side repeaters. There's the sort, and I really need the M3 wheel on. I guess the back hasn't changed, has it really? Obviously the wings painted, I guess. Wow, that looks good. Oh no, I don't mind the actual, they're not on yet, but I need to put the call them bonnet pins, or, you know, the springs. Makes it look a bit more race car-y. But I think it's a really good blend of a track car and OEM BMW. Like I said, it's mix and match of genuine parts and real parts, but I really like the orange ambers on the indicators. They're really good. Sunroof panel needs to go in, but yeah, from a distance on camera, that is pretty cool. The lip, oh yeah, I've got the lip on the bumper as well. Don't know how much you can see, but that really finishes it off. So yeah, it's getting there. Mirrors will make a difference, and that trim. There's a sunroof delete panel. Yeah, this is the only regret of the car I have, is not getting a non-sunroof shell, but you can't have everything. In theory it's not a hard thing to do, but it's quite involved. You forget how massive the actual sunroof contraption is. You can see why people say it weighs like 30 kilos or more. It's not just the motor, it's the frame goes all the way back on the roof. But it looks like just a load of Torx screws, so I'll pull it out. Yeah, so that's the panel. You can see it's quite a big piece. I'd say 30 kilos is maybe excessive, but definitely 20-ish. It's actually really easy to get out actually if you've got a power tool, just a load of Torx screws. And this is the new one installed, or the delete panel. Just drill your own holes, but you can use the BMW. Still use the Torx screws, you know, for the threaded bits. The only downside is that you don't have as many options for the back, but I might be able to make my own holes. But we'll throw some water on and see. We'll let it rain and see if it holds. But if not, I don't mind sealing it. Definitely the weight saved is worth it. And you know, it blends in well with the car. It looks like no more green, I guess.